Welcome to episode 2 of the FitNight Show. How are you? I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. It is post-Thanksgiving. So what is one of the things that we should talk about right off the bat is, do you still have food in your refrigerator? Because if you do, it is time to get rid of Aunt Martha's favorite stuffing. It is time to be done with the leftovers. You want to make a turkey soup? I can live with that. You want to make kind of redo the vegetables? I can probably live with that too, but they're probably pretty nasty right about now as well. And as far as the pies and the cakes and the cookies and all the things that you were enjoying, that you were given permission to enjoy for that short amount of time of Thanksgiving Day and maybe the day after, they gotta go. You need to get them out of the refrigerator. You need to get them out of the pantry. You just need to get them out of the house. So knowing that you're gonna do that as soon as you're done watching this, let's go over something that we tend to use with our clients here at Results Only to help them get through the holidays. So we all know you have a lot of friends. I'm sure you have a ton of friends. You're very busy. You're going to have your work party and your spouse's holiday event, and you're going to have the white elephant where you give out nasty, disgusting, crazy, stupid prizes that are worth absolutely nothing and someone's going to throw out next year, which is a good reminder for you to go look in the closet for that piece of junk that somebody gave you last year, and then you can give that away this year as a really bad gift. But one of the things that we do to help our clients is we tell them to literally print out a calendar just for December. And on that calendar, we want you to pre-plan your workouts so that you know if you are going to have a work function on Wednesday night, and then on Thursday night you're going to have your spouse's best friends this, and then on Friday night is going to be somebody else's holiday gift exchange, and then on Saturday is going to be Christmas early with the family. It's all planned out. Because what you're going to do is you're going to get busy, and then you're going to need to shop, and you're going to need to make sure Christmas cards get out, and you're going to need to make sure that the tree goes up and the lights and all the other things, and then they start taking precedence. But the reality is that the most important thing is still going to be your health and wellness. It's still going to be you taking care of yourself first. So one of the ways we do that is we say pre-plan out all the things that are going to be distractions during the month of December. Super simple, right? Put them on the calendar. Then put down when you're going to work out. Are you going to have to work out in the morning one day because you normally work out at night because you're going to be busy? Do you know you're going to have a little bit of fun on a Wednesday night that you don't normally have, so you won't make it to your Thursday morning workout that you usually are pre-planned and dialed in with? Once those things are all taken care of, then you can make sure that you're not going to miss. It also helps you with the food part. If you know you're going to go to a party that you're really excited because they're having it at your favorite restaurant and there's going to be all these appetizers that you love, again, life is life. You can indulge a little bit. Just don't go crazy, and make sure that the days leading up to it and the days on the other end of it, you take care of and get that worked out. So another thing that we can do to help you guys out is we can teach you about our 12 Days of Christmas. In the 12 Days of Christmas, it is a great workout that we only do in the month of December. We do a workout that is very similar to the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. You do one of something, then you do another exercise where you do 2, and you have to repeat number 1. And then you do exercise number 3, and then repeat 2 and 1, all the way up to 12. We have versions that you can get done in 15, 18 minutes. We also have versions that you can do that you can make into an hour workout if you can't get into the gym, or even if you just want some variety. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. As you're watching, do a comment. Make sure you like the FitNight Show, and if you do a comment, you just let me know that you want the 12 Days of Christmas, and we will send you a copy of one of our workouts. Super simple, super easy. We'd love to keep you included. It's a great way to keep yourself motivated, along with the calendar that we talked about. The last thing I want you to do is, even though we're not in December yet, too many people make New Year's resolutions on New Year's Eve after a couple cocktails, hanging out with friends, and they're all confused. So one of the things that we're going to talk about in a couple of future episodes is setting your goals for 2019. Don't say you want to lose 20 pounds. That's not going to work. Don't say you want to get, a 5K and a 10K in January and February. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in future episodes, but I want you to start to think about your goals for 2019, because this could be your year that you finally achieve all of them, as long as you prep it correctly. So, sit back and enjoy.
Oh, come on! Come on! I need my Burger King! Let me get to the drive-thru! Come on! Come on!
Hi there. Are you like our young friend who continuously has to go to drive-thrus at lunch and they eat fast food all the time for most of their meals? Well, we have a solution for you. Don't be like TJ. Fast food drive-thrus are only going to stress you out. You're never going to get a good meal. You're always going to be waiting in line, and you're always going to have crappy food. So what we want you to do is learn how to meal prep. He's shocked. He's completely shocked. Meal prepping. It's a concept. You actually prep your meals at home the night before. You will eat healthier. I know, I'm sorry. It's good for you. You will be okay. If you could just make a few meals on a Sunday and then you could eat them for lunch on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, do you think you'd be healthier, TJ? Absolutely. So for today's tip, we've got a healthy holiday tip. We here in Phoenix have this beautiful weather. We have these mountains in the background, so we have plenty of abilities to get out and about at any time all year round. However, a lot of you might be traveling to the Northeast where it might be a little bit colder, it might be snowy, might be a little bit more dangerous to get outside and do, just get moving. So the first part of the tip that I want to throw at you is that I don't care if you're going to be in the car, a plane, whatever. If you are going to be immobile for more than a half hour to 45 minutes, say a 45-minute plane ride, get your water in. If you don't get your water in, you're going to pay the price later. There's no doubt in my mind that it is arguably one of the most important things that we need to do to keep ourselves fit and healthy is to make sure we keep up enough water, and those planes can be extremely dry. Tip number 2, if you're going to spend some time with family, take a look at what you guys are doing when it comes to staying in hotels. If there's a place that has the ability to have a refrigerator in there, make sure you can get some hard-boiled eggs. They're easy to find at any 7-Eleven, Circle K, those kind of places. So you don't have to feel like you're completely lost at breakfast. Make sure that if you're going to be eating out a lot, you can ask for things to be cooked not in butter. You can ask for things to be, you can order a nice fish, or you can order things that are not going to have all the sauces and things like that, especially if you're going to be eating out a lot. I know oftentimes when our family gets together, we can go out 3, 4, 5 nights in a row, and that can absolutely kill your diet over the holidays. As far as working out, hey, if you can go for a walk, that's great, that's awesome. If there's a gym close by and you're used to working out at a gym, good for you. If those things are not options for you, don't worry about it. Later in the program, we're going to show you a couple things that you can do in a hotel room, a bedroom, just simple things, easy to keep you motivated, not get you thrown off too far off track during the holiday season, and to make sure that you don't get out of your norm too far when you're spending time with family and friends. Okay, everybody, for today's tip, I brought TJ in here, and he is going to help us with a superset that's going to involve core walkouts, back pulls, and squats. So this is that time of year when, well, actually, this superset can be done anytime, but we know that a lot of people have no problem getting enough motivation to put on their sneakers, take their dog for a walk, or they aren't challenged by, doing a couple of miles in the neighborhood. This is a great superset that you can add. All you really need to do is add a band. So TJ's got it around his waist. He's a big fan of fanny packs, so he would normally put it in his fanny pack. But you can just tie it around your waist and then you've got it with you. Now the first one we're gonna show you is the one-step core walkout. So TJ is gonna grab the bands with his outside hand, and then he's gonna bring his inside hand to brace. He is then going to get a little athletic and extend his hands out in front of his body at sternum height. Now the whole concept of this is his hands aren't too low or too high, and the band is keeping him braced. He's then going to take as big of a step as necessary to the outside away from the fulcrum point, and he's going to come back in. TJ, do like 3 or 4 just so they can see him. Good. Now we'll give you some reps and sets in just a few minutes. but you could do anywhere from 8 to 15 of these, and then you would turn around. I'm not gonna have TJ turn around now, but he's gonna get set up in a back pull. So he's gonna move back, now, and he is gonna do his back rows. He's gonna get a little athletic, knees are nice and soft, hips are down low, and he's doing back pulls. Again, that 8 to 15 range. Now, while I talk about this, he's gonna get set up in our squat. And the whole concept is how does this work with your walk? It's actually pretty simple. This ends up being a light post or a small tree or the back of a bench at the park. Anything that can hold your weight. The first two moves that we did were for core, then we did a little bit of upper body back strength work, and now we're gonna show a squat. TJ's gonna start doing his squats. His feet are shoulder width apart. He's going down till his knees are about parallel to his hips. His hands are stabilizing. Now maybe the band's gonna be too much for you, or maybe it's not, but it's actually a great way for you to get some great leg work. TJ, you can take a break. So what is the point of this? As I was saying, you guys can add this into your general walk, and now you're going to be getting some core stability, some upper body strength work, and some lower body strength work. How would you put this in? Well, let's say you arrive to a street corner and there's a pole. Put your band around, do 8 to 12 one-step core workouts to your right and left, then do 8 to 12 back pulls, then do 8 to 12 squats, and then go for another 3 or 4 minute walk, and then do another set, up to 4 or 5 sets if you feel comfortable. The whole process of this was that if you're going to make the time, don't just make it just be cardio. You want to make sure that if you're making the time, you're always trying to find some room for strength work. So take this 3-move superset and put it into your routine. Aww. Hey there. So today, a viewer wrote in and wanted to know a little bit about my story. So that got me thinking maybe we could do a segment on why Bobby became a trainer. And there's a lot of reasons. I would say that when I first started out, I went to college to become I was going to be a lawyer. I was going to go to law school and, kind of follow that route. And I went to University of Maryland, and one of the things that I was doing odd jobs. And my roommate at the time had been in a very serious relationship, and they decided that they were not right for each other. And after kind of a little period of him just chilling out, he came home one day and said, "Hey, Bobby, I think I'm ready to start dating again." And I said, "Perfect. What bar are we going to? What dance club are we going to?" And he said, "We're not going to go to that. We're going to go to aerobics class." And I went, "Really? Like aerobics class? Like this sounds ridiculous." Now, remember, we're talking the early 90s, so, spandex and leg warmers and all that stuff was unfortunately a part of my life at the end of this story, but getting into this story, I did not seem appealing. So I said, "Why are we going to aerobics class?" And he said, because he just found out that University of Maryland does group training classes, and there's usually around 200 to 250 women in class, and there are literally no guys. To which me, being single at the time, said, "So what time are we going to class?" Fast forward a couple of weeks, maybe 2 months, and we were invited to try out to become instructors. So I had no idea what that meant. I figured there was going to be some training involved, but hey, what the heck? You can get paid to work out and to be around some great people. Why not, right? So long story short, I became an instructor. I made it through the training program, and he found his future wife. So I think we were both pretty happy with the result of that. I then went on to teach 20, 25 classes a week. I was making good money. When I graduated, I decided to continue my education. I figured this would always be a great part-time job. I was in Baltimore at a convention, and at that time they had these, step aerobic things and high impact aerobics and ESPN Fit Pros and all this stuff. So there was a competition going on, and I looked up there, and they weren't doing anything I thought was anything close to spectacular. So I took a chance. I said, "So how do you, do this?" And they said, "Well, you got a tape," because for those of you who are young, this is when you used cassette tapes and made your own playlists. I said, "Sure." So I went and put my tape on, no practice, went on stage. Hour later, I was crowned step champion of the year. And that gave me the ability to travel all over the world and teach aerobics for a living. So that's how I kind of got my start before I opened up my first gym. So thank you for writing in, Melissa, and I really appreciate you asking how I got started. And maybe we'll share a little bit more about my past. So there you have it, everybody. That is another episode of the FitNight Show in the books. We are leaving the gym. We are heading out for the day. As always, if you liked what you saw and if you have a comment, we'd love to hear about it. We'd also love for you to give us ideas about what you'd like to see in the future. And remember the 12 days of Christmas. If you're interested in getting a workout from us, make sure you put a comment in. Make sure you say something nice. Make sure you ask anything that you have to ask. And we'll see you on another episode of the FitNight Show.